Hi there guys, this is Mug, and we're going to do a quick video today on different types of files that you can save based on selections that you've made here in Photoshop. I'm using one of the documents here from one of the students who did a very good job selecting and extracting some objects from various images here. So if you're already using layers, you can see that we can turn those layers on and off, turn the visibility on and off here in the palette. However, each one is operating as its own separate piece. If you're going to use these in, say, a game, or if you're going to export them to be used anywhere else, if you're going to use them on the internet or to put into another file, you need to make sure you know how to save them correctly. So right now we're in a Photoshop document, and you can check right up here. You'll see that it says .psd. So when you save a document as a Photoshop document, it will end in .psd, and you'll have all of your layers that you were working with here in Photoshop available to you, and you won't lose any of those. Therefore, a Photoshop file, it can be very large, because if you have many photos that you're using in one document, then you're adding all the sizes of all those photos together. So let's just say you just wanted to use a piece of this here for another purpose. So say just your rows. We could just turn those layers off and use this document, but we can also compress the size of this file and use it in different ways. So I'm going to show you how to save it in different formats for different purposes. We are going to first save it as a JPEG, and that's what most people are familiar with. It's what most images are that you find on the internet. So if you go up here to File and to Save As, we'll wait for it here. Okay. So you'll see here that you have obviously your file name at the top. Right here where it says Format, the default is Photoshop, but we are going to change it, and you have all these choices here. We are not going to go over all these. We're going to go over the basic formats that you're going to use for putting on the internet and using in a game. If you choose JPEG, which is this one here, you are able to embed a color profile if you have very specific colors that you're using. Otherwise, you can just hit Save. And you hit OK. And if you'll notice, really quickly, it just kind of turned white. And the reason for that, and I'm going to go and open that document now. You notice that when I open that now in Photoshop, a few things. One, our background, or the transparent area that was around this flower, is now white. And if you look over here on your layer palette, all my layers are gone. So the only document that's going to take your layers with you is a Photoshop document. And when you save as a JPEG, it fills in all the empty space white. So all that work that you did to extract this flower, the masking that you did and using your lasso tool, or whatever tool you happen to use to make that happen, has all kind of been thrown out. Not completely, because now you can quickly extract it again by using your magic wand or something, but it is now filled with white. Let's go back here, and I'm going to save it, because right now I do have the transparency. You'll see the checkerboard in the back. If I go here to File, Save As, and I choose, instead of JPEG, I choose PNG. PNG. PNG supports transparency, which means if I save like this, and let's see, smallest, don't need to worry about those settings yet for this basic stuff. And should be done saving. Now I'm going to go to File, Open. I'm going to search for that image, and it's actually right here, .png. When I open it up, you'll notice that it looks just like our Photoshop document. The difference is this layer palette. So when I go over here to Photoshop document, I've got all my layers still. I can turn those on and off. And when I go to my PNG file, all I have is this one layer. Now that's important because now this PNG file can be used for any purpose and it operates independently. It works independently from all of these other layers that we've got going on. So what I would do if you wanted to put these together, and again, if you were doing them in a game or on the internet, you would turn each layer on or off. So if I just want this little butterfly, I'm going to save that as its own PNG. I'm going to save this butterfly as its own PNG, so on and so forth. And then of course the background wasn't really edited much. It's the serves as the background colors. So anyway, so that's a quick overview of different ways to save files here from Photoshop. And what I recommend for most of what we're doing in this course moving forward is saving as PNG files. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.